Her anniversaries on the throne were celebrated with massed bands, marathon royal tours, community get-togethers and huge crowds on the Mall. But her Jubilees were more than a fine excuse for a party. They were the people's chance to show their thanks for Queen Elizabeth's decades of service. The Silver Jubilee in 1977, marking 25 years on the throne, was celebrated street by street. There were 4,000 of these events in London alone. Her Majesty lit the first of a nationwide chain of bonfires at Windsor Castle. She visited every part of the United Kingdom, as well as Fiji and the West Indies, Australia and New Zealand, rededicating herself to the people of Britain and the Commonwealth.
When I was 21, I pledged my life to the service of our people, and I asked for God's help to make good that vow. Although that vow was made in my salad days when I was green in judgment, I do not regret nor retract one word of it.
A quarter of a century later, the centrepiece was a huge pop concert in her own back garden. Buckingham Palace had never seen anything like it. The Queen and Prince Philip crisscrossed the country, visiting 70 towns in just over a month. Windsor Great Park was the scene of a spectacular celebration of one of the Queen's greatest interests, horses. And what seemed like an endless procession outside the palace as Concorde paid tribute from the skies above. But 2002 had been a difficult year, with the deaths of Princess Margaret and the Queen Mother. On a visit to Scotland, Her Majesty thanked the crowds for their support.
My visit here today affords me an opportunity to thank the people of Scotland for their support after the deaths of my mother and my sister. I have been so touched by the kindness shown by so many of you over these recent months.
To celebrate 60 years on the throne, more than 1,000 boats took to the Thames. Jaunty music and a mighty armada battling against the cold, windy weather. Tower Bridge opened and bells rang out in her honour. The 4-month Diamond Jubilee voyage around Britain began in Leicester.
It's just fantastic, you know, we couldn't have asked for much more.
It's an awesome moment to celebrate it with her.
Amid the celebrations, there were some sombre moments. She visited Aberfan, the Welsh mining village where 116 children and 28 adults died in 1966 when a slag heap collapsed, burying their school. Republicans staged a demonstration in London, although one woman gave them short shrift.
Clear off! This is a royal day, not for you.
The star-studded Jubilee concert took place in front of the palace before thousands of spectators.
The events that I have attended to mark my Diamond Jubilee have been a humbling experience. It has touched me deeply to see so many thousands of families, neighbours and friends celebrating together in such a happy atmosphere.
And in June 2022, the Queen celebrated her Platinum Jubilee, a landmark no other British monarch has reached. With pop, pomp, pageantry, and even Paddington.
Thank you for having me.
This is the moment when London, when the UK, when the Commonwealth says thank you to Her Majesty.
Once again, the nation celebrated a royal jubilee, a chance for the crowd to express its high regard for the Queen herself, and a happy moment of national unity.